Well guys, today's video might be a little interesting. Originally we were just gonna hike up in the woods, hike to the top of the mountain today, maybe talk about some of our own adventures. But apparently our neighbor just came by and there's a bull out. And apparently the bull may have came up this way, so this might be one of our few adventures we find a bull along our trails. We're gonna be hiking up into this woods. We've been working the past couple of days, so today's kind of our day off, but we're still bringing my machete and Deanna's bringing her pruners to be able to trim back some things on our way up. So we were full-time RVing for about 2.5 years. Before that we were doing a bunch of hikes through Connecticut and New York, and that's kind of where all of our adventures started. But Deanna, where is your favorite place we have ever adventured?
I don't know. You're starting off with a hard one.
Okay, top 5. Just name one of your top 5.
Bryce Canyon National Park.
Okay, well we didn't really take a specific trail, so that works.
I guess, yeah, that's true.
So what were some of your favorite parts about Bryce Canyon National Park?
It's very unique in its landscape. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. And the contrast of like the mountains in the background and like the really neat pillars in the front of the national park itself.
And when we went there, we had Blaze with us, so we were kind of limited on what kind of trails we were able to hike and stuff. But luckily, there are some dog-friendly trails along kind of the main bike trail, I guess. You can take dogs along there. So that's what we ended up doing and just kind of driving around. One day we want to get back and actually hike down through those, what are they called? The hoodoos.
Hoodoos, yeah, that's it.
And in case you're wondering what a hoodoo is, it's all those little spires of rocks going up. And obviously there are a ton just in this area, and we're only at the first couple overlooks here. Yeah, we did a lot of cool hikes in Connecticut and New York. But I think 2019 is going to be a very hard year to top in the future.
Yes, I would agree.
Like almost every single weekend, not every single weekend, but almost every single weekend for a while we're hitting up a national park. So it's going to be hard to hit up at that frequency again in the future. So there are definitely a lot of cool parks out west, national parks, state parks. Been to a lot of them, but there are only a few parks out east that can really measure up to what we like out west. What's one of our favorite, Deanna?
Acadia National Park in Maine. For
sure. And we were back there in what, 2018?
2018, yeah.
That was our very first trip with our kind of our test trip with our 21-foot travel trailer. So I think that location will always kind of hold a special little place in our hearts. Acadia is not the most mountainous as far as everything goes that way, but it is definitely one of the most unique, having a coastal landscape, having mountains nearby, having moose. I don't think moose are actually on the island. Maybe there are, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But anyways, it's also where we met the Russos. Kate and Joe, it's where the Russos. One of the best things about Acadia is it's one of the best dog-friendly parks out there as far as national parks go. And Blaze is really enjoying that as he just trips. Vegetation is slowly starting to take over our trails again. Trying to cut it back a little bit with these lighter tools that we carry around with us. Also, no bull so far as the bull update. I kind of highly doubt it'd get all the way up to the ridge line up here, but keeping our eyes out and our ears out. So it's no secret, and if it was, you probably haven't watched many of our videos, but one of our favorite states is Colorado. And honestly, some may say that would be a hard place to pick a #1 park out of, but to us it's pretty easy. What would that be, Deanna?
Rocky Mountain National Park.
And why is it our favorite?
Well, for one, we had our honeymoon there. Then we came back 3 years later, right?
Yeah.
For our anniversary. And we explored again.
So yeah, in what, 2 more years we're gonna have to go again, I guess.
Yeah.
Because every 3 years is Rocky Mountain National Park. What was your favorite place to explore within Rocky Mountain National Park?
I really liked Emerald Lake.
Yeah, that's one of our favorite hikes. One of our favorite drives would be obviously the, what's it called?
Trail Ridge Road.
Yeah, Trail Ridge Road, and exploring there right before the park opens up and seeing those huge snowbanks along the side is quite impressive.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when we were there, the second time we didn't get to do it. It was still closed.
Yeah.
But the first time we were there, we got to drive the whole thing, which
Yeah.
was awesome.
I'll put some of that footage in here. It's probably 1080p footage compared to the 4K, so we'll see how it lines up. But yeah, pretty cool. Well, I think this is as far as we're gonna go. Looks like it gets a little too rough there. We might be able to hike up further around the top, but I think you get the idea. It's amazing. Around. I'll wait for the wife to get done taking pictures. Utah is probably also up there on our list. And if you asked me what my favorite national park in Utah, it'd probably be Bryce Canyon, as we said before, but picking second place would be very hard because we enjoyed every single one we went to when we were out there, but we had Blaze with us, so we never really got to hike a whole lot of the really cool trails. So that might be a deciding factor in the future. But Capitol Reef, Canyonlands, both Canyonlands Needle District and Sky, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then
Island in the Sky.
Island in the Sky. What was the other national park that I'm forgetting? Arches. How did I forget
And
Arches?
Zion.
In Zion. Yeah, they're all pretty cool. Does that look like a happy dog? That looks like a happy dog. Pretty epic campground. Well, I think it's official. Nature has claimed our trail back up to the mountain, but we're gonna be clearing this up on the way up. Found a buddy along the trail, poking in this shell there. Wanna say hi? Say hi. No? Well guys, we've made it up about 3/4 of the way, probably.
Yeah. We're almost there, actually.
Yeah. And this is so overgrown. Machete is getting a workout today. Well guys, we're at the top of our mountain here in Virginia. So that got me thinking, what's the favorite mountaintop we've ever been on?
Oh. I don't know.
I don't know either. That's a hard one. Maybe this one. Probably not. This one's really cool though. I like this one. How about the hardest peak we've ever towed up?
That Buffalo Pass in Wyoming.
This is definitely the most stressful drive I've had thus far. We even had to drop down the first gear on some of those inclines. It's really difficult, and this is supposed to be the better route to go. 16 is supposed to be better than 14 going from Buffalo to Cody, Wyoming. So yeah, so we're up to 9,666 feet. Blaze has been enjoying it though, pretty much taking a nap the entire time. But now it's time to go down all of that. Either Buffalo Pass or when we're heading over to Mesa Verde.
Oh.
Through Colorado.
Yeah.
So the lady at our last campground, the owner of the last campground, we told her we're heading towards Cortez. And apparently the only road to get to Cortez, there was recently a giant rock landslide. And a huge rock just fell in the middle of the road. And we're gonna be crossing by that rock today. And apparently they've tried dynamite. They tried all sorts of things to get this rock out of the road. It would cost $400,000 to get the rock out of the road. And I better turn this off so I don't get sued. And what was I going with that?
So the rock is still there.
So the rock's still there, and they're building a road around the rock. We're gonna get this on film, obviously. So those mountains are absolutely beautiful. Love Colorado. Beautiful besides the fact I'm flooring it and we're going about 40 miles per hour right now. This tow is pretty ridiculous. So it's always a surprise when you're driving from one point to the other point and you're like, oh, that's only 2,000 feet elevation gain. In Wyoming, we went up 5,000 feet. Well, I thought the max elevation was 8,600 feet. Apparently it's 10,000 feet here. So yeah, was a little unexpected and a little stressful. But so far, Betty has made it. We're off to the side of the road right now, relaxing, both us and the truck and the dog. Mostly us. That was also very surprising. I thought it was going to go up to 8,000 feet that day. We went up to like 10,000.
Oh, that's true. That's the highest we've ever had the RV, I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So definitely some surprising moments in towing. Hiking across our mountain ridgeline right now. You can see somewhat through the vegetation. Not so well on the GoPro, but with my vision I can see it. Maybe we'll get some pictures and show you. But here's part of the adventure we're not filming. Well, I guess we are now. We weren't filming. Gotta hit your target, unlike me. Got her done. We're also just thinking about what our favorite campground has been over all the years we've been RVing so far. And Deanna said, I think it was like Lyons
County Campground in Colorado.
We don't even know the name of our favorite campground. That's Deanna's favorite. That was one of the coolest campgrounds we stayed at. Not because the campground itself, like it was just a gravel parking lot basically.
It wasn't that neat.
Yeah, there weren't a whole lot of amenities, but the surrounding views were amazing. And there was this awesome creek that people were tubing down through the middle of the campground. So a little middle of the county park. So, and this area is where a lot of people like to gather. They hop in their tubes right there around that area, and some people see a little rock going across, so get a little close up on that later. They actually jump into the water over there. I don't know how deep it is. Can't be too deep, so be careful if you try to do that. But you can literally just walk on through here. It's only like maybe 1 or 2 feet deep around here. Yeah, we're just thinking about the campground with the best like distant views, and that'd probably be Alamosa, KOA, and Alamosa, Colorado. And you could see all the mountains. You could actually even see the great sand dunes off in the distance too, and it was pretty far away. So just kind of, it's awesome in that area. It's so vast and open in the middle, but then it's just surrounded by this huge barrage of mountains. So definitely a unique area. Can't see it too well. I promise there's a trail through here. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed a few of our favorite things. These are a few of our favorite things. Yeah, this one. Anyways, if you guys like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like it. You can also check us out at
DnSAdventures.com.
And as always,
adventure on.
Still haven't found that bowl yet.